Friends, welcome back to our very good morning to all. How are you? I am fine. I hope that all of you fine. Okay. And yesterday we are discussing about acids, bases, and salts lesson. I hope that all of you understand that lesson very well. Now, today we are going to discussing about the human eye and the colorful world. This is very important to our regular life also. So eye is the main organ of one of our organs. So it is very sensitive organ. So this lesson is very important role play to important role in our life. Okay, in our body parts also. So this lesson is useful to you, and this is very important to our 10th class also. Now, today we are discussing about the topics are the human eye and power of accommodation and defects of vision and their corrections. So, let get into start the class. Okay, all of you all of you listen carefully. Okay, now we start the lesson. Today we are discussing about the human eye and the colorful world. Students, our eyes are one of the greatest gift of nature. Have you ever imagined how you are able to read this book? How can you recognize your friends? How can you enjoy the beautiful colors of flowers, rainbows and nature? All these are possible because of our eyes. In today's class, we are shall learn structure of the human eye and working of the human eye and power of accommodation, defects of vision and their correction. Okay, so let's begin our wonderful journey into the world of vision. The topic is human eye. All of you know eyes. What are the uses of eyes and how important of eyes in our body? The human eye is one of the most sensitive sense organs. It helps us to see the colorful world around us. Just like a camera captures images, our eye also works like a camera. The image is formed on a screen called the retina. Is shown in this figure. It is called retina. Now let us understand the different parts of our the eye. First one is cornea. First one is cornea. Light first enters the eye through the cornea. This is called cornea. Okay. This it is a transparent curved layer. Most of the bending or refraction of light takes place here. Second one is aqueous humor. This is this one. So aqueous humor. Behind the cornea, there is a transparent liquid called the aqueous humor. It supplies nutrients to the eye and maintains pressure. Third one is iris. The colored part of the eye is called the iris. It controls the size of the pupil. Next, fourth one is pupil. The small black opening is called the pupil. It regulates the amount of light entering the eye. In bright light is becomes smaller. In dim light is it becomes larger. Fifth one is eye lens. The crystalline lens is flexible. It focuses light onto the retina. Its focal length changes depending on the object's distance. Ciliary muscles, sixth one. These muscles are these muscles hold the eye lens. They change the thickness of the lens. They help is in focusing. And seventh one is retina. The retina is the light sensitive screen of our eye. Image is formed here. It contains rods and cones. These cells convert light into electrical signals. Next one is optic nerve. The optic nerve carries signals from the retina to the brain. Finally, the brain interprets these signals. This is why we can recognize objects. Okay? Can anyone tell me which part of the eye controls the amount of light entering the eye pupil? Very good. Which part receives the image? Retina. Excellent. Now, the image formation. Students, the eye forms real image, inverted image on the retina. The brain processes this information. Finally, we see the object in its correct position. That is why, although the image is inverted on the retina, we perceive it erect. Okay. Next one is second one is power of accommodation. Now let us understand an important concept, power of accommodation. Accommodation means the ability of the eye lens to adjust its focal length to see objects at different distances clearly. Okay? When looking at a distant object, ciliary, the eye, different objects, the ciliary muscles relax, eye lens becomes thin, and focal length increases, and distinct objects are seen clearly. When looking at a nearby object, ciliary muscles contract, eye lens becomes thick, focal length decreases. Near objects are seen clearly. So here we have to know the important point is the minimum distance at which we can see clearly without strain is called the near point. Okay, understand? Once again, I repeated the minimum distance at which we can see clearly without strain is called the near point. For a normal human eye, the near point is 25 centimeters. The fastest point that can be seen clearly is called the far point. Again, we have to read the the farthest point that can be seen clearly is called the far point. Okay, far point for a normal eye, far point is infinity. Therefore, a normal eye can clearly see objects between 25 centimeters to infinity. Okay, this is called near point and far point. Next one is cataract. At sometimes due to old age, the eyelens becomes cloudy. This condition is called cataract. Vision becomes blurred. Nowadays, cataract can be corrected through surgery. Okay, this is the power of accommodation. And now we have to discussing about the defects of vision. Before we discussing about defects of vision and their corrections, once again we have to learn human eye. to be once again we have to discussing about one more human eye here. Human eye. Now human eye have some parts are there: cornea, aqueous humor, iris, pupil, eyelens, ciliary muscles, retina, optic nerve. Once again, we have to learn. Cornea. Cornea is light first enters the eye through the cornea. It is transparent curved layer. Most of the bending or deflection of light takes place here. Next one is aqueous humor. Behind the cornea, there is a transparent liquid called the aqueous humor. It supplies nutrients to the eye and maintains pressure. Third one is iris. The colored part of the eye is called the iris. It controls the size of the pupil. Fourth one is pupil. The small black opening is called the pupil. It regulates the amount of the light entering the eye. It in bright light it in bright light it becomes smaller. In dim light it becomes larger. Next one is eye lens. The crystalline lens is flexible. It focuses light onto the retina. Its focal length changes depending on the object's distance. Next one is ciliary muscles. These muscles hold the eye lens. They change the thickness of the lens. Thus, they help in focusing. Retina. The retina is the light sensitive screen of our eye. Images are formed here. It contains rods and cones. These cells convert light into electrical signals. Next one is optic nerve. The optic nerve carries signals from the retina to the brain. Finally, the brain interprets these signals. That is why we can recognize objects. This is the human eye and power of accommodation. Now, let us understand an important concept power of accommodation. Accommodation means the ability of the eye lens to adjust its focal length to see objects at different distances clearly. Here we have to remember important point is there. The minimum distance at which we can see clearly without strain is called the near point. For a normal human eye, near point is 25 centimeters. The farthest point that can be seen clearly is called the far point. For a human eye, normal human eye, far point is infinity. Therefore, normal eye can see clearly objects between 25 centimeters to infinity. When looking at a distant object, the ciliary muscles are relaxed. The eye lens becomes also thinner. Its focal length is increases. Therefore, distant objects are seen clearly. When we looking at the nearby object, the ciliary muscles contract and eye lens have becomes thicker, and its focal length is decreases. Therefore, nearby objects are seen clearly. Okay, how to form image? Students, the eye becomes real image and inverted image on the retina. The brain processes this information. Finally, we see the object in its correct position. That is why although the image is inverted on the retina, we perceive it erect. Now, image formed inverted on the retina, brain interprets the image. We see the object in its correct position. Next one is cataract. Sometimes due to old age, the eye lens becomes cloudy. This condition is called cataract. Vision becomes blurred. Nowadays, cataract can be corrected through surgery. Okay, surgery can restore clear vision. Okay, this is the about the human eye. I hope that all of you understand this topic. I repeated once again because of it is very important to learn. Okay, next one, defects of vision. Sometimes the eye cannot focus properly This causes blurred vision. There are mainly three defects are there. First one is myopia, second one is hypermetropia, and third one is presbyopia. The first one is myopia. This myopia is called nearsightedness. This myopia is called nearsightedness. A person with myopia can see nearby objects clearly but cannot see distant objects clearly. This this eyesight is called myopia. Eye defect is called myopia. Here, the image forms in front of the corona because eyeballs becomes longer, eye lens become too powerful. This causes the image forms in front of the retina. So, in this way, uh, we have to correct the myopia, myopia sight, nearsightedness defect. Now, what we use to correct this one? We have to use concave lens. Remember, here we have to use concave lens. Then the image is formed at retina. Okay. So, which lens is used to correct myopia? Concave lens. Okay. When we use concave lens in front of our eyes, it can be form the image at exact retina. So, we correct this defect using the concave lens. Okay. Next one is hypermetropia. This hypermetropia is called farsightedness also. It means a person can see distant objects clearly but cannot see nearby objects clearly. Okay. So, in this case, the image formed behind the retina. In these causes are eyeball becomes shorter, eye lens losses focusing power. In these causes, image formed behind the retina. Now, how can we clear this defect? We use convex lens. In this convex lens, we have uses in our front of our eye. It can be change the position of image. That is the image formed at retina. So in this way we correct the in this way we use convex lens to correct this defectness eye defect. Okay. Remember, myopia is corrected with concave lens and hypermetropia corrected with convex lens. Okay. Teacher ask a question. Which lens is used for hypermetropia? Convex lens. Okay. I hope that all of you understand this myopia and hypermetropia. Next, third one is presbyopia. This is related to age. Okay. This presbyopia is coming to old people. This defect occurs due to aging. The ciliary muscles become weak, the eye loses the power of accommodation, and reading becomes difficult. So, in this way, we are used to used to correct this defect. We have to use bifocal lenses. Sometimes people suffer from both myopia and hypermetropia. Such people use bifocal lens. Here, upper part is concave lens for distant vision, and lower part is convex lens for near vision. Okay. Here, these two lenses are used in this uh, to correct this defect, this myopia. So here we use these two lenses. So that lenses is called bifocal lenses. Okay, upper part we use upper part in our glasses, concave lens, and lower part of our glasses convex lens. So in this way we are correct this defects of eye. Okay, I hope that all of you understand. This is very important topic too in this lesson. Okay. Next one, eye donation. Um, in all organs, in our body have so much organs are there. In all organs, eyes are very very important to us. So your eyes after life can light someone's life. Students, our eyes can give vision even after our death. Eye donation is one of the greatest gift. Okay, here we have to learn important some important points. In this eye donation, we have to see some important rules. Eye should be donated within 4 to 6 hours, and eye removal takes only 10 to 15 minutes. Eye donation does not disfigure the face. One pair of donated eyes can restore vision to up to 4 people through corneal transplantation. Okay, here after death, information inform the nearest eye bank immediately. Trained experts collected the eyes carefully. With care, eyes are preserved and tested in the eye bank. Corneal transplantation gives such to sight to up to 4 people. Your decision today can bright light into someone's tomorrow. So donate eyes, give sight, give life. Let us pledge to donate eyes and make a difference. Okay? Be a hero, donate eyes, give the gift of sight. Let us spread awareness about eye donation also. Okay? Next, now we have to learn in this lesson. Sorry. So, in this lesson, we have to learn today structure of the human eye, functions of iPods, power of accommodation, near point, far point, cataract, myopia, hypermetropia, presbyopia, eye donation. Okay. Now conclude this topic. Students, our eyes are priceless. Protect them by reading in proper light, maintaining a healthy diet rich in vitamin A, limiting excessive screen time, and getting regular eye checkups. Okay, let's protect our eyes. Read in proper light. Again, I have to tell, read in proper light, eat a healthy diet rich in vitamin A, limit excessive screen time, get regular eye checkups. Okay, we will learn more about the human eye and the colorful world, including refraction through a prism, dispersion of light, rainbow formation, atmospheric refraction, scattering of light. Okay, healthy eyes, bright future, better life. Take care today so you can see a better tomorrow. Thank you, students. Have a wonderful day. We will meet again in our next class. Until then, bye.